just for the hell of it. Thank you.
Well said.
This time is
very well said.
Phil Twyford.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. When the government set up the Auckland Super City, many people said it would have very far-reaching consequences. And there's no doubt that right now Auckland is on the move. For the first time ever, the city has a plan to deal with growth. It's dealing with the gridlock. Wynyard Quarter and the Britomart have shown what high-quality urban renewal can do, and the place is really buzzing. There's a new sense of unity and pride in Auckland, and unfortunately there's one thing holding it back like a dead weight: Wellington. While Auckland is moving fast to transform its regional economy, to focus on innovation and exports, the national government is a brake on progress. But when it comes to the big issues, in Auckland, the government has no plan of its own. All it knows how to say is no to Auckland. No to the popular city rail link that would allow trains to run every 5 minutes and is supported by more than 60% of Aucklanders. No to the unitary plan, which would allow Auckland to grow a little bit up and a little bit out. And what's the government done? It's dispatched Laurel and Hardy, Big Jerry Brownlee, the Tsar of Christchurch, and Nick Smith, the MP for Nelson, to tell Aucklanders how to run their city. Nick Smith, the Minister for Sprawl, and Jerry Brownlee, the Minister for Gridlock. Well, I've got a word of warning for the national government, Mr Speaker. Aucklanders are getting fed up with Laurel and Hardy coming to Auckland telling them how to run their city. Aucklanders had the super city forced onto them. They accepted it. They're making it work, but Wellington simply cannot let go because their man, John Banks, didn't win the mayoralty. And while Jerry Brownlee pours scorn on the city rail link, sir, and Nick Smith threatens to legislate to take powers away from Auckland Council, the Prime Minister is all over the place. And in recent weeks we've seen him misleading Aucklanders, misleading the public on two key issues. He said that the Auckland Council wants the government to enact the unitary plan straight away with no input and no opportunity for Aucklanders to have a say. Wrong. Right now, thousands of Aucklanders are having their say, and once the plan is notified in September, even if the government gives it legal weight, like the Council has asked, the public can do it all again with the government-appointed independent panel. Well, how's that for having no input? Why is the Prime Minister misleading the public? He was caught out again when he said on television that Auckland Council are saying they're going to intensify, they're going to pretty much just go up within the metropolitan urban limits and just go straight up, and we are saying you need to go up and out. Well, nothing could be more misleading. The Auckland plan says that up to 40% of new dwellings will be built on Greenfields land over the next 30 years. And for the benefit of Nick Smith, what that means is that land equivalent to 6 times the area of Nelson will be freed up outside the current urban boundaries. It's a shame, Mr Speaker, that the Prime Minister doesn't agree with Kim Campbell of the Employers and Manufacturers Association, who said recently that the government's refusal to ratify Auckland's plan before 2016-17 will load big costs onto Auckland's ratepayers and hold back Auckland's growth. It's a shame that he doesn't agree with John Rowan of the New Zealand Herald, who said that the government is on the wrong side of the city's plan and no one else is putting up an alternative. It's a shame, sir, that the Prime Minister doesn't agree with Federated Farmers CEO Connor English, who says that Auckland needs to stop sprawling across the countryside and invest more in public transport. That sounds remarkably close to Len Brown's Auckland plan. So not only is the government offside with Aucklanders, but their closest, the National Party's closest political allies in Auckland, the Employers and Manufacturers Association, Federated Farmers and the Chamber of Commerce, they've all deserted the National Party and are backing Len Brown's vision for Auckland. Sir, Labour's policy is to back Aucklanders, not to fight them. We agree with the Auckland Council. We agree with their balanced approach to managing the city's growth and the fact that our country's biggest city has to incorporate 1 million extra people in the next 30 years. We agree with the balanced approach to land supply and intensification. Labor will invest, sir, in the City Rail Link because it will allow trains to run every 5 minutes on our rail network. The biggest roadblock to progress in Auckland is this government, and New Zealanders deserve better.
Dr.